Hi, I'm Mike from Michael's Motor Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I'm happy to take you along on a test drive on an absolutely gorgeous day in Pennsylvania today. Hopefully spring is going to happen and the days are just getting nicer and nicer. So what we have today is a 1972 Jaguar E-Type 2+2 Coupe. It is a V12 with a 4-speed manual transmission. You'll see in the video today the car drives very nicely. Everything is functioning correctly on the car with all the gauges, instrumentation, and I'll go over that. I'll also mention in the showroom video, I am heavily biased to these cars. I love these cars. I have a V12 myself, and I just think they're iconic cars, so really cool. So let's start her up. We also have a cold start video. The car is now fully warm. The tachometer is working. Jumps around a little bit, but it is working correctly. The speedometer and odometer are all working. It's showing 51,000. I have every reason to believe that is correct on this car. The horn works. The turn signals are working, left and right. All of the lights are working. Coming across the gauges, the battery is showing a charge, so that is working properly. Oil pressure is great on this car. When we started at cold, it essentially is it pins the gauge at 60, and we're now fully warm. And at idle, we're sitting at 20 pounds. With a little bit of throttle, goes up right away. So great oil pressure. Clock is not working. They usually don't. Water temperature is right where it should be. It's a relatively cool day today, so I would expect in the hot summer it would go up a little bit. Fuel gauge is working. Coming across here, the switches are all working. The lights, the wipers are working. The heater fan motor is working. The choke is working. Temperature controls are working here. This car is equipped with air conditioning. It is not functioning right now, so the blower inside is not functioning. It does have the compressor. It does have everything hooked up. I don't think it would be a lot of involvement to make it functional, but it's currently not functioning. It does have one of the modern replacement radios. This is functioning and working. Kind of cheesy speakers, so you could upgrade it, but this is working. So let's go for a drive. This is a car, I bought it because it's just a nice old V12 Jag. It looks like it never fell into disrepair. It's always been well cared for. Very original interior, which we'll show you in the showroom video. Driving wise, it drives just the way these cars should drive. The front end is nice and tight. It's not floppy or loose. The suspension feels just the way it should. Clutch action, transmission is great. And of course, we have that magnificent V12 engine, which is so smooth. So here we go. Car shifts very easily. Steering is nice and light. These cars always had very light power steering. This one is functioning properly. Going over bumps, it has the correct E-Type feel. Downshifts very easily into second gear, which is typical. These transmissions are pretty strong. It idles nice and smooth, goes down to about 1,000, right into first gear. There's third, there's fourth. These engines are so flexible. They have torque right away, and they still rev nicely. It really is a big GT car. They really just float along. Has all the V12 power. These are just cool cars. So if you've been thinking about an E-Type, want to get a coupe, and like the V12, want a 4-speed, I would check this car out. It's just a nice solid car. We'll have chassis photos underneath. It's a very solid body. It is not rusty underneath. The suspension points are all quite good. Of course, it's going to be leaking a little bit. It is an English car, so we never promise they don't leak. But it was relatively dry underneath, which is what we like to see. So please ask us any questions you may have. We welcome any inspections and to come and look at the car. But it's really a nice car. Thanks for coming along.